Boom. I heard a great story the other day, and I love ancient philosophy and myth and lore and fables and things like that because I they always lend towards great lessons. And one popped up. Somebody told this story, so I don't know its origin, but I sort of looked it up, and it is kind of a famous indigenous people kind of story, but it basically talks about this native grandmother talking to a grandmother about principles and learning and teaching. And she tells this story of a great fire in a forest. So a fire has erupted in a forest. It's consuming everything in its path. It's big, it's scary, it's dangerous, and all the animals are running from the fire. They could sense it, or they're in it and they're running away from the fire. It might have been, it might not be American, or it might be a South American story because it kind of talks about a jungle, and it talks about a jaguar is running from the fire. So this jaguar is making its way away from the fire. And as the jaguar is making its way away from the fire, it hears and sees a hummingbird flying back into the fire. And it catches his eye and he carries on. And then all of a sudden, the hummingbird comes zipping over his head going the other way. And he watched the hummingbird dip down, pick up a beak full of water, fly back into the fire. And as the hummingbird comes back past the jaguar says, "Hummingbird, please explain to me what you're doing." And the hummingbird says, "Look, I know I'm small and I don't have a lot to offer, and my beak doesn't carry a lot of water, but this is what I can do. I can go back and drop this water in the fire to try and put it out." And the jaguar laughs and kind of in a condescending way says, "It's going to do nothing. It's not enough water to help, and it's not going to do anything to fight the fire." And the hummingbird says, "I know this, but the forest is my home. The forest is where I raise my kids. The forest and the trees are what give me shelter and provide me safety and a place to be. If I can't do my small part to help it, why would it help me? And we can all do our part." The jaguar considers this and still carries on the other direction, and the hummingbird keeps running racetracks to drop water on the fire. The cool part of the story is that the way the grandmother describes it is the forest hears this and is so moved by the fact that the hummingbird would be willing to give even insignificant effort to save it, respects this in such a great level that a large thundercloud booms and the rains come down and extinguishes the fire, just to respect that little bit that hummingbird gave. The grandmother goes on to describe that the things that become legend and these big events of great heroes and great acts that impact our world, they're significant and not something to not pay attention to. They are no greater than somebody given its best effort in its place in the world to do the right thing. If all you got is a tiny little bit to give that. Our world will be better for it. Ever onward.